What's going on, fam? We back on here with the Juke, man. And today we're gonna be talking about the Giants taking on the Chicago Bears at the New York Giants. Can we be 3-1? Can we bounce back from that ugly loss we took on Monday Night Football? Let's dive straight into it. We're going to dive straight into the what to watch for, man. And the biggest thing to watch for is the running back position on both sides of the ball. The rushing offense altogether. Both offenses don't really pass the ball that much, or they're not really effective when they're passing the ball, but their rushing game is elite. The Giants totaled about 160 yards rushing last week with Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones. And then Khalil Herbert and Justin Fields on the other side is something to watch out for sure. Who's going to be able to run the ball more effectively? The Giants were able to stop the run a lot better last time, but last week didn't really fare out too well. And that Chicago defense is pretty stout. And a big player to talk about on their defense as well is Roquan Smith. Roquan Smith is a top linebacker in the league, probably one of the top linebackers, top 5 at least. And he had 16 tackles last week. So if the Giants want to be able to do anything, they need to stay away from him. And hopefully Saquon will be able to rip off some runs away from Roquan Smith. And a big factor as well on the offensive line is going to be Evan Neal. Evan Neal last week had an ugly game. Like, it was altogether ugly. Like I said, I told my boy he had to get baptized in the fire because this man was just getting ran around, run through, doing stunts on the inside. And I'm not going to call him a bust. It is early. And, of course, we drafted him high to be able to play effectively. But Andrew Thomas, he didn't start off too well, and he's the highest graded offensive tackle in the league right now. So, Evan Neal, I expect a big game out of you, and we just want to see improvement. They do have Robert Quinn on that side of the ball as well, so that's something to look out for. But obviously, the main thing that's going to be key to each team winning, the quarterback position. Justin Fields versus Daniel Jones, of course. Daniel Jones, he doesn't have the leash that Justin Fields has. This is only his second year in the league. Daniel Jones, this is your 4th year. You need to take off. I've had you in this position for a couple of weeks and you still haven't shown it. We need you to take off. And I think if he has over 250 passing yards, that's going to lead to our W. Justin Fields had an ugly game last week. He only threw for about 100 yards and 2 picks. We just need to contain him, make sure he can't escape out of that pocket, and hold him down, because if he's able to throw the ball, I like our chances with him throwing the ball versus that team running it. So Daniel Jones versus Justin Fields, it's going to be exciting to watch. And now my who to watch for is going to be intriguing. It's not surprising to see these players on this board. Kayvon Thibodeaux, man, he made a debut last week, and I did expect more of a disruptive game from him, especially because the offensive line for the Cowboys isn't what it used to be. But you didn't really see much out of him. He was able to bat down a pass or tip a pass at the line. But I saw one good pass rushing rep on a 4th down. But other than that, you did not hear this man's name at all. So this week, I expect a big game out of him. I want to see his name called a lot, because if you don't, you just know that he's not making a difference on the field. So hopefully Kayvon Thibodeaux can make a big difference. And of course, the man of the hour, Kenny Golladay. You're making all that money, bro. You need to be catching some balls, bro. Last game, he was not able to. He had a big drop, and he was talking to the media saying that he deserves to play. He deserves playing time. Well, guess what? This is your playing time, and you need to earn it, of course, and make sure you're getting some catches in the game. So, Kenny Golladay, you need to have a big game. I don't really know a notable DB that's on the Bears except for Eddie Jackson, and of course, he's not playing corner. So, Kenny Golladay, you need to have a big game. Hopefully, Daniel Jones can get a rapport with you, and if not, bro, your time in New York is coming to a close. So, excited to see what's going to go on. That's my who to watch for. And last but not least, of course, what is the road to victory? What is it going to take for this Giants team to win this week and become 3-1? Azeez Ojulari, another guy on the other defensive side of the ball, on the defensive end. He needs to have a big game. He just needs to make his presence known. He did have a couple holding calls that was called on him, but no sack or no QB hit. So we need Azeez to have a big game. I need him to come out here and just make Kayvon Thibodeaux's side better by having everyone try to block Azeez Ojulari and not focus on Kayvon Thibodeaux. This is his 2nd year. Obviously, he looks like a stud. I just want to see if he can make a difference on the field and be able to contain Justin Fields, of course. He's able to roll out. He's able to scramble. Want to make sure that we're containing the edge and keep on the inside. And then Daniel Jones, once again, man. If we're going to win this game, Daniel Jones needs to have a big game, whether it's with his legs or his arm. Last game, he did have a good game, and he was running for his life like 24/7. But I will say, Daniel Jones, he needs to throw the ball effectively to be able to make a difference. He needs to throw the ball downfield and keep the defense honest. Last week, I really wanted us to run the ball a lot, but at the end of the day, they were stocking up for the run because they felt like Daniel Jones couldn't pass it. So, Daniel Jones, he needs to have a big game. If he has over 250 passing yards, book it. It's going to be a W this week. And if Azeez Ojulari has at least 1 sack, it's going to be a W. I guarantee it. All right, guys, so that is going to wrap it up for this video. Make sure you're liking it up down below and comment down below, who do you think is going to win? Are the Giants going to be able to be 3-1, or are the Bears going to be 3-1? I got the score prediction of 23-17. It's going to be a close game, I think, and both offenses are kind of sputtering. We haven't scored over 20 points besides week 1. We scored 21, so this would be a higher scoring game. I think we'll be able to. Like I said, going into the season, I did have the Bears as a rebuilding team just like us, and I think we look a lot better than them at the moment in terms of coaching and everything like that. So I think we'll be able to pull this one out and become 3-1, and then we got a couple tough opponents down the road, but we'll worry about that later. So let me know down below who you think's gonna win, of course, and make sure if you're not subscribed, subscribe, man. Road to 100 is still active, it's still going on, and if you haven't seen any of my other content, I got more for you right here. I'll catch you guys on the next vid. Peace. Giants are undefeated, man. The Giants are undefeated. Clap it up, clap it up. Yes, sir. When it comes to the most valuable player to the team, most valuable player on the best team, I think this team is in good hands, and if we are healthy, the whole East needs to be on the lookout.